Testing. What's going on, guys? Let me put this up a little bit. GZTV back with another video, and in this video we are going to be talking about Better Call Saul. I've been slowly getting through this series, obviously taking an episode out at a time and reviewing it on the channel, but we are 2 episodes into Season 6. It all feels kind of like it's been going fast, but this is a damn good show so far. Season 6 has been great. Hasn't left much to the imagination. We're just going to talk about the plot, we're going to talk about the critical reception, and yesterday I watched Bride of Chucky. Maybe not the best movie, but it's still a movie. It's still up there with some good horror movies, I suppose. But let's get into the plot. So Mike Ehrmantraut and Gus Fring's men enter Nacho Varga's home and pay his girlfriends to leave town. So he kind of has these girls over, obviously. He has a little fun. He has money, he has like a mansion, and he has like these girls over. And they're like, you guys need to get out of here, you're in danger, you're associated with Nacho Varga. They didn't exactly tell them he was in danger, but they can only assume with all the money in his safe that he's been making that money in some pretty scandalous ways, and people are now kind of after him. And it's kind of starting to get to him, Sorry, my bed's kind of fucked up. They break into Nacho's safe and remove the cash and the fake Canadian IDs and EDs Nacho had made it for himself and his father, Manuel. So they kind of figure out, like, oh shit, he wanted to move out with his father, try to live happily ever after, but that's just not how the drug business works. You can't live happily ever after here. Victor delivers a duplicate safe into which Mike places the cash, Nacho's fake ID, in an envelope. So Juan Bolsa and Gus meet with Hector Salamanca at the nursing home and promise to avenge Lalo Salamanca's death. But Hector's demeanor convinces Gus that Lalo is alive. Gus is kind of picking up on this. He's like, oh, goodness, I don't know what to say. Lalo's still alive. You kind of knew this all along. Gus is a really smart person, and he's not really going to get fooled by many people. But, yeah, man. Juan and his men break into the duplicate safe and find the envelope, which contains the phone number of Nacho's motel and details of an offshore bank account. So I'm not really sure if they want to go after Nacho or not. I'm pretty sure they might want to. I don't know. But Nacho becomes restless while hiding at the motel, realizing he is being surveilled. It sneaks out of his room to confront the watcher. He doesn't want anyone watching him. Obviously, no one would want that. He doesn't want anyone stalking him. So he confronts this guy. He questions him. And yeah, he's going insane. He's like, why the hell is this guy sitting in this window, peeking out, watching at me? Nacho confirms the watchman is reporting to Gus and realizes Gus has betrayed him to the cartel. So Nacho has been working for Gus, but out of nowhere, Gus has kind of turned on him and started to work with the cartel, yada, yada, yada. A cartel hit team, including the cousins, arrives and a gunfight breaks out. This is kind of crazy. Nacho's kind of put through the line of fire. Knowing that he's not a part of the Breaking Bad storyline, you're kind of just waiting for him to die. You know that he's probably going to die in this series. Otherwise, there's going to be some stones unturned. Either that or he escapes. There's 2 different fates you kind of have for Nacho here. Let's see. One assassin nearly shoots Nacho, but the cousins kill him and indicate that Nacho should be taken alive. They just need to threaten him and make it be known that he's not going to get away from the situation. So Nacho will live for now. The cartel wants him to live. Nacho escapes in a stolen truck, so they don't necessarily achieve their mission of taking Nacho away. But a day later, Mike proposes to lead a team to Mexico to track Nacho down, but Gus wants to force Nacho, to reveal himself by holding Manuel hostage. That's kind of been the thing the whole time. If Nacho doesn't succeed in helping Gus, if he betrays Gus, anything like that, it's going to be his father's head. That's kind of what's at stake here. That's kind of what what Nacho's been motivated by so far here. And Gus wants to really put that into action and make him reveal himself. Mike and Tyrus engage in a brief standoff that ends when Mike receives a call from Nacho. Mike disagrees with this. He thinks this is very immoral, but I don't think Gus cares. He's a bit cold-hearted. He's kind of in the drug business, so you can't really there's no room for pity parties. There's no room for condolences. There's no room for sympathy. Jimmy McGill meets with the Kettlemans, now proprietors of a shady tax preparation service, and cons them into believing they have grounds to sue Howard Hamlin. So, I mean, Jimmy McGill and Kim Wexler are really going after Howard. They're really out to get him. Like, they're really trying to get him, like, trying to ruin his career with this whole cocaine thing, this cocaine spiel. Like, oh, he had cocaine. Are you sure you want to be represented? Obviously seems like a very professional guy on the outside, but he is a cocaine addict, I guess. As Jimmy and Kim Wexler intended, the Kettlemans asked Clifford Maine to represent them in a lawsuit claiming ineffective counsel because Howard supposedly used cocaine while representing Craig during his embezzlement case. So, yeah, maybe that could have affected things. If you're taking cocaine, you're a lawyer, you could have made some wrong decisions. You might not have been able to do your job as professional and as effective as he could have. So that's kind of like what their defense is. Jimmy's kind of putting them up to this. Jimmy knows he's not a cocaine addict, obviously. He just wants to kind of ruin Howard and give him a bad reputation in the law world, which he's kind of doing. I mean, Howard's already kind of a broken man because of Chuck leaving and him having no one to lean on. Cliff refuses because his firm's work with Howard on the Sandpiper case poses a conflict of interest, so the Kettlemans offer the case to several other attorneys. They're going door to door. They're like, you want to take this case? You want to take this case? Howard's a fraud. He's a cocaine addict. He's not as professional as he appears. The other lawyers all decline, but Jimmy and Kim succeed in perpetuating the rumor that Howard is using cocaine. So them going door to door and talking to attorneys like, Howard is using cocaine. This works well for Kim and Jimmy because the word is getting out. Like, Howard is a cocaine addict. Like, even though he's not, the word's going to get on the street and Howard's going to get confronted by it. Jimmy later attempts to bribe the Kettlemans to keep silent about their role in smearing Howard. Like, don't tell anyone you're the one that spread the rumor or anything like that because they're going to go straight to me. I represented you guys a little bit in the embezzlement. They refuse the cash, but Kim coerces them by threatening to reveal their scam to the IRS. Like, she looks at their papers, she looks at these certificates, she realizes these people are fraudulent, and yeah, if they don't comply, if they don't follow everything that they say, they're going to be put in jail for scams. Jimmy disappoints Kim by giving the Kettlemans the cash before he leaves. So Kim didn't want him to do this. She wanted this to be done fair and square. A car with an unknown driver follows Jimmy and Kim as they drive away, and you're kind of assuming, this is the cliffhanger, you're kind of assuming this is Lalo Salamanca. Because I don't know. It seems like it would be Lalo. I'm not sure who else it would be. Might be introducing a Breaking Bad character in this series, although I'm not sure who that would be. But that makes me really excited to see who that driver is. Michael Mando did great in this episode. Rotten Tomatoes, 100% of 6 reviews are positive. 9.7 average rating. Great stuff. Gilligan's direction and Mando's performance as Nacho, great combination. An A on the AV Club. This episode featured the most hold-your-breath action sequence of all time since the shootout in Breaking Bad's 1 minute. It seems that way. Some people didn't really like certain parts of the episode. Lalo's absence and the episode's focus on Gus, Jimmy, and Kim as Better Call Saul shrewdly muddying the waters a little bit. The scenes with Nacho was great. The tension, the atmosphere, the editing, the direction, the cinematography was great. The episode is superb and stressful. It was a study in damage control overseen by a man, Gus, who seems uncharacteristically ruffled and uncertain about what to do. Like, this is the first time you really see him, confused about it all. The shootout scene was expertly staged by Gilligan. Rhea Seehorn's performance as Kim provided an opportunity for her to demonstrate as an almost thuggish toughness. The motel sequences are kind of like spaghetti westerns of Sergio Leone, like Once Upon a Time in the West, the 1968 film. That's what people are kind of drawing comparisons to. The level of detail in the episode's opening scene was awesome. It's one big reason Better Call Saul stands apart from other shows. So I'm just going to go. I got to get to Bride of Chucky. But you guys have a good one.